Hello, a beautiful high vibe tribe. It is Pink Bella. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you, all of you beautiful souls, for being here. Thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing this content out. Today, I wanted to bring in some very high vibe messages for all of us as we are in the 1111 Gateway portal that happens on November 11th every year. For some of you, you have been seeing 111, 11, or 1111 consistently. You will continue to see this, and especially as we head towards 1111, you'll probably be noticing it more, in content online, license plates, phone numbers, advertisements, and that is the universe speaking to us. So we can call the universe anything we want: the quantum field, prime source creator, the divine mother, our higher self, our angels. All right. It's all messages and just levels of us moving out of the matrix, also known as the false matrix. So if you are new to my channel, you have any questions, please place them below in the comment section. Welcome back, everyone. My name is Pink Bella Aloha. I'm a 12 to 22nd quantum dimensional Akashic reader, and I love to deep dive, and I'm a galactic liaison and investigator. And today I want to bring in some positive messages for us all for the 1111 gateway. So imagine what is a gateway? What is a portal? It's a doorway. So imagine that we're being given an opportunity. There's multiple doors. What doorway do you want to walk through? And we're going to see what the universe wants for us. So let's just talk for a minute about 1111. Well, first off, I actually started to notice 1111 on November 11th, 2011. And that was the divine universe, my higher self, and team of light bringing me messages. So when we see, so 11 is a master number. When we see 1111, it's like letting us know that we're walking through a doorway, that we're creating a reality, that our manifestation of prayers are being heard. So take a moment, thank the universe, thank your higher self, thank your angels for those messages, and ask what was I just thinking about, and is that what I want to create? Like, were you worrying about something? So if you're worrying about something, clear, cancel, delete, recode it with a positive affirmation. It also could be messages from a past loved one or your angels or the universe as well, just letting you know you're not alone, you're supported, and to keep focusing on and setting intentions, prayers for what you would like your reality to be, what you would like your prayers to be, and it's coming. Okay, so I'm going to pull some cards for us and ask the universe what I need to share with all of you, and yeah, also let me know what you would like me to deep dive about in the next deep dive, which will be probably in the next few days. So what were they sharing with me, the teams of light? I was just tapping into the message beforehand that this is a very powerful 1111 gateway, more so than any before. We're being given an opportunity to quantum jump and align with our highest timeline. And we are in November, and we have basically November and December left of 2024. So I wanted to share a little bit of background, especially for those of you who are new. Welcome, all new subscribers. November 11th, 2011. I had been on and off on my spiritual journey. I'd already found out I was a starseed, but I've been put back to sleep. I was in the process of the Divine Union Twin Flame activation. So I was receiving a lot of downloads. And what they were doing was they were redirecting me, my team, the universe, Prime Source Creator was redirecting me back to my higher self, back to a pathway of becoming who I am, becoming the spiritual way shower that I needed to be to assist all of you. And I'm so grateful for that. So literally, I came back from Hawaii. I'd been gifted. I always understood about gifts and opportunities. So I had been gifted an opportunity to go and spend some time in Maui. I was in between houses, and I was visiting friends in Washington State, and I had a mechanical issue with my card. Now, the thing is that it didn't happen while I was driving. It literally happened when I was in a store. And when I looked at the clock, it was 11:11. And it also all happened on November 11th. So I knew I've always been like, I've always been an investigator. I've always loved like figuring things out, which made me really, that was a really positive thing for me to work in the tech industry and problem solve. So I always liked to do that. So right away I was like, what's this 11:11 all about? Why am I seeing it? And I would notice it on the clock. And I noticed that everything happened to me on the 11th, but I also noticed that I was protected. I also noticed that it didn't happen while I was driving, but it did work through a process of making me stay where I was at that location instead of coming back. I was protected and made to stay where I was for 2 extra days. And so I thought that was really interesting. So looking back on it, the name Pink Bella Aloha Therapy came to me on that trip to Maui. I just arrived back in Washington State because I flew into Seattle, and this all happened on November 11th. And there was a few things that happened. Like there was something that happened to my, I think it was my a tire. There was a flat tire, and but the other piece was I noticed the 11:11 when I was in the parking lot. I had to get my phone replaced because my phone had stopped working as well. So we often think that a lot of mishaps are, well, they can be. Just thinking out loud. The mishaps with technical things like our car can often come with Mercury retrograde. I've never looked back. There actually could have been a Mercury retrograde at that time. But oftentimes things will fall apart because we're moving up to another level and those pieces need to be upgraded. Like as an example, a phone or technology carries a crystal inside. So that technology maybe needs to be an upgraded version to help you move into another level, another frequency. But we also are being protected as well. So as an example, I look back and think I'm grateful my car had a flat tire in a parking lot as opposed to me being driving on the freeway. Okay. So we can look at things like that. But I really started to notice 11:11 after that. So I often, when I see it now, realize, oh, I'm accelerating a manifestation, a prayer. What am I thinking about? And I literally visualize a door that I'm walking through. So I want you all to think about that too. You have an opportunity this November 11th to really align with your highest timeline. Okay. So on that note, let me shuffle some cards and ask Prime Source Trader and my team of light to come in and bring us messages for all of us today. If you would like to work with me, there's lots of offers on right now for the 11:11 Gateway. You can work with me before the gateway or afterwards because there is no time. That's the thing with quantum healing, where I deep dive into your Akashic records as well. So check out how to get a hold of me below, email, website, and then also there are offers on at the top of my website as well. Okay. All right. And there was one more message they wanted me to share with you. Yeah, the 11:11 Gateway is a master number. It's a doorway, but there was one more thing they wanted me to share with you, that it oftentimes as well can be messages from past loved ones, that it is the universe trying to get a hold of us. So it's like a phone call, a text, a doorbell ringing, a knock on the door. So yes, we're in the matrix. So the matrix is a reality based on numerology, on numbers, on symbols, on signs. And at some point, we set it up before we incarnate. We can only snooze for so long. And I find the 11:11 is like you're not able to snooze anymore. You're being moved up and accelerated in your spiritual understanding, comprehension, consciousness, abilities, and you might be going through some initiations as well. Okay. And yes, and also it could be messages from loved ones that they're letting us know, our angels, our higher self, just to pay attention to our reality, okay, to stay in the present. All right. I will share with you as well that some of you may have been like this. I was always interested in numbers since I was a very small child. I always looked at number sequences. I paid attention to addresses and phone numbers, license plates. And I feel like some of you have been like that as well. Okay. All right. So let's ask now for the best messages for all of us for this session today. Gaia Gateway activation. soul star activation. Very powerful 1111 this year. Sacred inner space. Bottom of the deck is the Emerald Tablet activation. Lots of activations. Okay. So with the Gaia Gateway activation, right off the bat, I'm hearing that there's lots of things going on the planet right now. Lots of intense weather patterns. We just had an intense windstorm that came in my area yesterday. I heard winds have changed, just flew in like the Wizard of Oz winds, knocked out power for a lot, like thousands of people, not only in British Columbia, but also in Washington State. I looked it up, and that was like a power reset for those individuals. So, but there's been lots of things going on, lots of clearing with water, floods everywhere. You can check out my last video. I looked at some of that as well. I brought in messages for us from a galactic perspective as well. Okay. So the Gaia Gateway activation. So right off the bat, I was feeling like there was a solar flare, an X-class solar flare is going to be announced or coming our way in a few days. And this is also to help reset us all. So everyone's going through a lot right now. There's a lot of big changes in many areas on the planet, especially in the United States. So again, check out my previous video. I looked into that as well. And I did talk about the power outages, which is super interesting. So right now, if an X flare comes in, it's to lift us up. It's to kind of come in with this wave of light and clear away. There's a lot of tension right now. There's a lot of like a line being drawn in the sand, and various souls on either side saying, no, my way, no, my way. So just know that we may be experiencing an X-class flare. And I think I shared about someone else today bringing in the information of the light codes from now through the 1111 gateway are the strongest that we've ever received. So I don't know. We had like 5 or 6 X-class flares in October. We've had more X-class flares this year than ever. X marks the spot. X is like, let's bring in a 1,000-foot wave of light to raise the vibration, to help all the star season light workers, to awaken more star season light workers, and to clear the energy and raise everybody up as well. So I feel that that's coming, which might knock a bunch of you out. You may have been very tense the last few weeks. And the other message I was getting is this is impacting everybody around the world. We're starting to understand that even when a big event happens in one country, we're all feeling it emotionally, physically, mentally. So this is again to sort of like put everybody back to have a deep rest and then be brought back in kind of a zero reset. Okay. So that could be coming as well. So Gaia herself is also going through an activation through this gateway. Learning experiences, wisdom transmission, earth intelligence. Again, hydrate, rest, and spend as much time in nature or bring nature to you. Crystals, sounds, frequencies, colors, essential oils. Okay, so bring some things to you to balance you out. Spend time with your pets and your animals. Okay. Soul star activation. So the soul star. So I work with the 12 to 22 chakra system, and I assist the chakra system for all of you. And what that does is it opens you up to a higher frequency, a higher dimensional energy and information from your Akashic records. Okay, so the soul star, see the Merkaba above it. Our Merkabas are going to be going through an activation, an upgrade, a healing. The soul star is our connection to the Akashic, both personal and ancestral records, the books that we came in to heal and clear, fulfilling soul contracts and remembering who you are. I'm also getting the message there's going to be more star season light workers brought online and or leveling up to understanding more. So isn't that cool to know that, yeah, we're in this matrix, but just like in the movie The Matrix with Neo, he started to notice signs and numbers, and he started to piece it all together. We're all going to be receiving more pieces of our own personal puzzle as we head towards the 1111 gateway. Okay. Sacred inner space. So that's basically going within, nurturing yourself, self-love, self-care, taking care of your own energy at this time. Boundaries came up. I'll see if it comes up in the cards again. It came up in the last reading. Boundaries is, again, we say no to others, taking from our time so we can replenish ourselves. It's saying yes to ourselves. But the other message that came in about that is shields up. Make sure that you are also protecting your energy at this time, because you're going to be going through initiations. There's a possibility of shape-shifting individuals seeking you out and trying to scare you to take you down to a lower vibration. So that's the easiest way I can put it. There are lots of shapeshifters in and around us, and they all don't have good intentions. I kept hearing the word wolf in sheep's clothing. Okay, so that's a heads up of we are going through. This is a very magical portal, and some of you might not experience any of that at all. But I'm being guided to share what I can to let you know to really listen to your intuition and discern. Okay. Emerald tablet activation. Well, that is a massive heart chakra activation. I'm getting the message that that's the main color ray that's going to be coming in with the next solar flare and for this gateway to align us with our heart chakra and to bring us back to balance. Now, what does it say in this card? Cosmic ordering, conscious manifesting. So that's what it's all about, is that we have an opportunity to be conscious manifestors at this time. Our prayers and our intentions are always heard. They're not always answered right away. Somebody brought up a really great question in a session recently. Can they get hijacked? Absolutely. So I have made it a practice now, and this has been part of me learning along the journey. When things show up easily, there was a process I went through. Well, and you have to pay attention. Okay, that worked. What did I do differently? And then there's a process of like just willy-nilly trying to do something. It's very, very important for us to make sure that we are connecting in with our version of Prime Source Creator energy, which is beyond the matrix. The matrix and the false matrix to me is the same thing, but we can be, just like Joshua said, we can be in this world, but not of it. So we still are participating. A lot of us are like front lines out there with the real people. Absolutely. Because our energy, our vibration is needed. That's what grid work is all about as well. But there's many souls right now who still, I can see with the process the last few weeks, they're still not quite there. So we've learned so much, including myself. The last 4 years has just been like this huge, like when others share about the veils being thin, is because our superpowers are coming online and we can see through the garbage. Basically, we can see through the lies. It's a lie detector. So now what we're seeing is so many of us are so much farther along than we were since 2020. But as we can see, there are going to be family members and friends who still don't see what we see yet, but that's okay. We're to keep going because there's many, many more Starseeds and light workers that do now, which is amazing. We're much farther along. It's like we fast tracked the last 4 years. All right, let me pull a couple more cards and see what else wants to come in for us. High Priestess energy, Divine Goddess code. So some of us like to use and work with Divine Goddess energy. We like to work with Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, Divine Mother Sophia, Isis, Green Tara, Kuan Yin, and the dragons have very deeply associated with the goddesses. So you might be working with the form of the Divine Mother. That is also a big piece of the energy that's coming in. It's a big piece of our DNA. That's the key. As we're going through this doorway, this countdown to the 1111 gateway is we're recoding and activating dormant DNA as well. Okay, so we've got the High Priestess energy being activated for many of you. I love that. Unbound, that is a great message as well. I'm really starting to get to know this deck. The Crumbling, which is the Tower, super interesting. Okay, so the Crumbling is the Tower. So things like I shared with you are falling apart in your reality, let them fall and just keep working on what brings me joy, what brings me peace, get back into your center and just let go and surrender and know that new is coming. So back to the phone. As an example, last Mercury retrograde, the phone, my phone just went and I was up and I went to go order one. There was nothing there. So I just realized what was important to me. Should I wait for that for a week or should I quantum jump and change my reality and choose something different? And that's what I did. So within 24 hours, I had a new phone and that's what I needed. I just needed a new device to move forward with. So that's just an example of what are you clinging to. It could be people, places, things. People, places, things might be removed from your reality in the next week. Allow it, because whatever is ours, whoever's supposed to be in our reality will come back. So just surrender the process. Okay. the high priestess energy. That's the divine goddess energy. I love it. There's the two lions of the Lyran energy. What are you being called to step up and do? So for many of you, the high priestess energy has been to hide, to not shine your light, to not step into your mission. You all have a mission. You all are here. We're all part of a team. We're always in meetings. I see many of you in meetings. I know I'm speaking to many of you right now. We know each other outside of the body as a galactic investigators, as galactic starseeds. So just know that you're going to be many of you are going to be called up. That's going to be connected to the crumbling. The crumbling is aligning you with your timeline for your mission, okay? And then unbound. So what a powerful time to release personal and ancestral soul patterns, contracts, past lives. I'm hearing like dark magic, curses, all of that. So if you need assistance with that, that's what I do. That is my gift, because I've gone through the process of releasing it for myself, and of course working with many of you for quite a few years now. So there you go. So this is a powerful time to release. That's what this year's been all about, bringing it to the surface, releasing it. Soul patterns, contracts, past lives, karma. Okay. So let me just see what else. Let me just pull one more card from this deck, and I'll pull some tarot. Courageous. Oh, there's that Lyran energy again, and it actually says transcending fear, 34/7. So what's bringing fear up for you? Is it what's currently going on in your reality? Is it something global? That's what I shared in the last video too. Many things that are coming up right now could be multidimensional traumas from the fall of Atlantis, which included flooding and earthquakes, from galactic traumas, so loud noises that's specifically connected to the fall of galactic realities, battles, and the Lyran one is really, which is connected to courage. It's also connected to the lions. In this card, the Lyran piece is a big one, because the many Lyrans that's me as well. That's why this came. Many Lyrans, we have this deep multidimensional trauma of losing our home, and many of you are working on healing that piece and to keep going. Okay, all right. Let's see. Look at this at the bottom of the deck. We got the power, which is the Lyran energy. Let's see what else wants to come in to help lift us all up today as we prepare for the 11/11 gateway. Financial and material changes. Five is good. Five is energy is changing, but some of you might be going through quite a tower crumbling at this point. Okay. Sacral energy. This came in the last session as well on Friday. So check that out. The reading was really, really powerful. This is connected to our creativity, our joy, our abundance. So you are all healing old connections, old relationships, old traumas from your sacral chakra, heartache and loss. But guess what? It came in upside down. So that's where we're heading to. We're heading to a strong, healthy heart chakra, discerning, but the heartache and the loss and the grief are starting to dissolve, and that's what we're working through. We also got trapped in fear. So fear and heartache and loss are being cleared out. And there's that word to clear the fear out again. Fear is I remember years ago, I went to this seminar, which is beginning for me, because they started with this tiny little word fear, and it stood for future evidence appearing real. So we're such powerful creators. We're such powerful creators that when we focus on the fear, that's what we create. So it's like multidimensional trapped cellular fear that we're working on, and with grief, with I'm hearing deception to be released in multiple directions of time. You're not going to believe it. It's at the bottom of the deck. Power. We're stepping into our power. That is amazing. I love that. Okay, let's do some. And as I'm doing this, I'm working with the Galactic Alliance right now via Prime Source Creator. We're bringing in information from a galactic perspective, what we all need right now, which I think is amazing. So let's do a clarification for the financial material changes. 7 of Cups, choose wisely. So discern right now. Don't panic. Whatever has been released will come back tenfold. And that's what we have to keep reaffirming right now. If there's fears around money and abundance, to listen to positive manifestation affirmations about that and recode it, because that will create your reality. Okay, so again, 7 of Cups is choosing wisely with discernment, not out of fear. All right, sacral chakra, which is our creativity, our joy, and our abundance. What do we want? Oh, balance, temperance. I love it. So stay balanced. All right, don't look before I'm hearing look before you leap. Make sure you are balanced. And you want to clear the fear and make sure you're balanced. I know, I hear you. Sometimes that is so challenging. So that's your priority. Your priority is to heal and balance your nervous system, and then set your intentions. It's taking us a while to all remember the best way to do this. Okay. So clearing the fear, clearing the grief, the betrayal. There's the 3 of Swords. There's the confirmation. You, me, all of us, we have been deeply wounded. I remember for years I went for readings before I was doing this work. I would go to other people for readings. They said that to me every single time. You've been hurt a lot. But they would never give me, well, what do you mean? It's a multidimensional wound, right? We all came in to this life with these wounds. And then we chose families, circumstances, jobs, people, relationships, anything that were trying to cling to give us the support would crumble. So this is what you're all healing right now. You're healing multidimensional wounding in the heart. So keep going. Okay, well, I'm going to show the bottom of the deck. The power is on the bottom of this deck is the Empress. So what is the Empress? Someone who is in her heart and her power. And this is for masculines and feminines. We are moving more into our heart chakra, and we're to remember to be kind to ourselves and to other beings. Okay. All right. Get back, feel the emotions, but get back into your heart. Try and focus on that, as that's our challenge, to focus on that as we head towards the 11/11 Gateway, which is November 11th. Okay, where is my, there it is. There's my deck. I love that. Okay. Yeah, I want to wrap up with what I just said. Hold on. Okay, perfect. All right, I'm going to pull now. Didn't want this video to be too long. Let's ask for a dragon message, a unicorn, and a crystal for all of us for this very powerful gateway. We have Source Dragon. I love it. Yeah, Source, Divine Mother has their own dragons, okay, which is an energetic version of a dragon, right? A high frequency dragon. So Source has dragons. Prime Source Creator, the Divine Mother, has her own dragons, attunes you to the infinite. Be still in the silence. Magic can happen to help you be in the moment and be in the now. I love that. That is amazing. And just a reminder that we are one little drop in the cosmos, and that we are part of the infinite story, which is our mission. Yeah, we're all here as part of this mission. Interesting. Got the Beloved, the unicorn, and I pulled another one, Healer. So that makes sense, actually. So you are the beloved, okay? Oftentimes we are being pushed to search for another, and that will come in time. But first we work on ourselves and healing anything that might be blocking us from receiving the love from Prime Source and the Divine Mother. So let's just see. It's believe, the message for this is believe you're lovable. You're worth being loved. The Healer unicorn is stay true to your path, have faith in your abilities. And for some of you, you might need to seek out working with someone that can bring you some healing, some energy healing, some chakra healing as well. What are our chakras? Our chakras are a divine gift from the Creator to allow us to process different things in our body, process different emotions, to process everything multidimensionally, because they are actually repairing our quantum field. They're repairing our physical body. They're repairing our Merkaba, which is our Stargate traveling system. And they will unify into a pillar of light. So they unpack into separate chakras when needed. Quite an advanced system. Okay. But overall crystal right now, again, shields up, grounded, obsidian, root chakra, stay grounded. Make sure you're protecting and taking care of your energy. That helps us discern. All right, so on that note, I'm gonna finish up with, this is our overall messages for the 1111 Gateway. We're going to be stepping more into our power, into our alignment. And this has been going on since the Lion's Gate, which was the August 8th. And this is for us to be in our power, confident, and in our heart. And our heart chakra is healing. Well done, everyone. All right, beautiful, beautiful tribe. So many offers on right now to work with me, including multidimensional quantum Akashic records packages. There's also becoming a dragon whisperer. There's Jedi training. There's Earth grid training. And there's also an offer to join the mentorship program for the month of November. So if you have any questions, contact information in the description box. I will be back soon. Love and aloha from PinkBella. Thank you so much for being here. Take care, everyone, and have a wonderful 1111 Gateway.